Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I bleach my frontals or closures. So I have the BW2 bleach powder, the Clairol 20 volume developer, a plastic butter knife, and a paper bowl. I would actually prefer to use a plastic bowl to do this, but I didn't have one available right then and there, so I went ahead and used paper. Anything is fine as long as you don't use metal. So just keep that in mind. So what I'm doing here is I am mixing the developer into the powder, and you want to use the developer sparingly. You don't want to make this mixture too thin or watery because it will seep through your frontal and get all in your hair. So you don't want that to happen unless you're bleaching all the hair anyways. But this is about the consistency that you want. You want it to be thick, almost like jelly or pudding, so that it sticks to the knife and it doesn't just kind of slide off all easy. You kind of have to shake it for it to come off. It doesn't have to be super thick, but to me this is the best. So I have my frontal here. Typically you should bleach the knots before you assemble the wig, but I didn't because I planned on doing some bleaching of the hair too, so I just waited to do it all at once. But generally it's just easier to do the frontal separately. But as you see here, I have my frontal laid down flat. You want to make sure you comb the hair out of the way and tie it up, and you're gonna spread that mixture on the frontal like you are putting butter on toast. That's exactly how I compare it to. You want to make sure you spread it out sort of thin and don't apply too much pressure. Like when you're putting butter on toast, you don't apply a heavy amount of pressure. You put it on there just so that the butter is slightly seeping through your toast, but it's still kind of sitting on top of there. So just do it exactly like that. You want the bleach to sort of just slightly seep through the frontal because you want the roots of that hair to go from being black to like a brown or like a light brown color. Even blonde would be fine, but you don't want it to get all the way up into the roots of the hair either. So just go along the edges very carefully. Be careful not to get it into the hair, and if you get a little into the hair, that's okay, wipe it off. It's not going to ruin the hair as long as you get it right away and you don't let it sit on there and process the entire time. So as you see me moving along the frontal, applying that bleach mixture, you'll see that I am using my hand to slightly lift the frontal in the area where I'm applying the mixture at. So I'll just move my hand down along the frontal as I apply it and then kind of elevate that area to make it easier to put the mixture on there without getting the bleach onto the hair or onto the surface you're working on. Request my chariot, get ya. The doors open. Take that high road and hop in. Open up, open up. Shut it down like open up, open up, open, open. After you have applied your bleach, let it sit on there. Usually it takes between 15 to 20 minutes. Here is a little trick I use to help me figure out how long to keep the bleach on the frontal. So I actually will just take like one strand of hair, maybe two, and I'll put some bleach on them, and I just wash them to see how long it takes for them to turn blonde. And once I see those strands have turned blonde, that gives me a good indication that my roots are done and I can go ahead and rinse the bleach out. So after you rinse the bleach out of your frontal, I recommend using a purple shampoo to remove that orange or brassy look out of the lace. Okay, so here's one more tip. If you made your bleach too thin, what you can do is let it sit for a while. It'll thicken up. Here is my mixture after it sat for like 5 or 10 minutes. You see it's a lot thicker, so it will thicken up if you let it sit. Okay, so here is the final look. This is what the knots are looking like up close after the purple shampoo sat on it and everything. They look really natural, really natural. And here is what the lace looks like underneath. You don't see those black dots anymore, so I'm really happy with it. So again, thank you guys, of course, for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.